So my name is Relitsa Georgieva. I'm Associate Clinical Director with Conard House. I am as well graduate of CIIS a few years back from the Integral Counseling Program. And I went to practicum at Church Street, which left lasting impression on me, and I still associate with Gestalt and Church Street.
My name is Eldar Zhurganov. I am a program director at one of the buildings here at the Conard House. I started here as a case manager right after graduating from CIS. So I am an alumnus of the Integral Counseling Psychology program as well, and also went to practicum at Church Street Counseling Center.
So Conard House is an organization with a long history of providing services in San Francisco to people who have certain challenges with mental health, substance misuse. A lot of our clients as well have health issues, significant physical health issues. We are located, most of our buildings are located within sort of market area and Tenderloin area, but as well we have a variety of co-op apartments scattered around the city. About our population, a lot of our folks who live in our buildings have actually permanent housing, meaning that they are housed with us, they have tenants' rights, which impacts the age of our population, because a lot of people come to our buildings and stay there. They consider that their homes. So a lot of the people that we work with will be in their 50s and 60s. That's about the population. And then what our mission is simply to help people to live their best lives. And we are trying to build caring communities, to restore hope, to provide support and meet people where they're at. And that's what we are about.
As some of you probably know, Conard House unfortunately does not provide traineeship, but we do employ associates, and a lot of our staff are associates, either in MFT or PCT programs or social workers. So the case managers at Conard House are they have a caseload about from 15 to 25 clients that they oversee on average, and they provide a variety of services, basically like wraparound services in supporting clients in every aspect of their lives, case management, psychotherapy, just emotional psychological support, linkage with other providers, medical, psychiatric, or providing them with any kind of support that they need in their lives and struggling to get. Food resources, employment, money management, all of that. Apart from that, also associates provide diagnosis and assessments, as well as treatment plans for clients, and of course, they can provide psychotherapy as well. Currently, all of that is provided via telehealth or phone, but usually we are able to meet with clients face to face.
Clients have two major gateways that they enter Conard House through. That's the coordinated entry through Human Service Agency or access team through Department of Public Health. We have an intake coordinator who actually welcomes and supports people entering permanent housing and entering our outpatient program. And that's the beginning of their relationship with us. And then each year we do provide reassessment and reestablish if people are still eligible eligible to receive services through our outpatient program. And that's usually, this reassessment is provided by the associates who work for Conard House. So we have a rigorous training in diagnostic assessment and working to establish eligibility. Usually people who receive services in our outpatient clinic are people who have moderate to severe mental health diagnosis.
Caseload depends on the number of tenants or clients in a particular program and the number of staff. But on average, I'd say it's around 15 to 25 clients. So because our program is structured as a supportive housing program, it is a bit different from like other outpatient programs or like working in private practice. It is less structured and it can be a lot of like drop-ins and because staff works in the same building where clients live, it's all kind of engagement it varies from client to client and from day to day. And so every associate, every case manager, they structure their schedule as they according to their needs and according to their clients and their own wishes. So they have to be flexible. And of course, clients, they have a choice whether they want to engage with us or not. So it's encouraged to schedule like hourly sessions with clients every week if it's possible. If not, then it can be drop-in, it can be bi-weekly, it can be once a month check-in, it can be short, it can be long. It really depends on where the client is at the moment.
That's one of the big strengths that I've heard from associates and former employees about Conard House is that we are very supportive to our case managers and to our associates, and we provide them as much support as they need. So it's pretty much individually tailored. If you need more time, we'll give you as much time as you need to feel like confident that the work that you're doing and the support that you're getting is enough for you to function at your best ability. How does that look at as hours? For our associates, we definitely cover both individual and group supervision. So we do provide group supervision and individual supervision, or depending on your needs, we definitely give the 2 units of supervision that you need to claim as many hours as you can. And so some of our associates claim as many as 35 hours, which is the maximum amount of hours they can claim weekly. In addition to the clinical supervision, we have a site supervision as well, which constitutes of one-on-one supervision with the program director at that specific site, and as well a team meeting, which can be weekly or daily, depending on the specific need of that site.
I consider training also one of the strengths of Conard House. We provide a wide variety of trainings for all of our staff and employees, as well as there's a lot of opportunities to get clinical training for associates through Department of Public Health and other partnered agencies. So we do get a lot of training throughout the year. Every year, there are a lot of very interesting topics, a lot of conferences and trainings and workshops. And associates are also welcome to find the training that they want and need, and Conard House supports them in getting that training.
In my experience, what is the most important is good self-care. That's an intense work. It requires a lot from the people who practice it. So being mindful of your needs is very important. As well, the tendency and ability to consult and to know when to do that. We are very open. Always when you need support, you can get it. The thing is that you have to ask for it. So that's another thing which is really important. Good boundaries, considering the fluidity of the environment and the fact that we do a lot of media work, being able to maintain boundaries is crucial. Focused on professional development and openness to feedback are another two very important qualities. And of course, working well individually and as a team player.
One of the most challenging things that we have in our work is documentation. So we build Medi-Cal, and there's a lot of clinical documentation, assessments, treatment plans, progress notes that are, it can be a challenge to learn that kind of, language that you need to use in writing, the clinical language that you need to use in writing these, the documents, and also the sheer amount of them can be very challenging. It is also like a great growth opportunity for clinicians. Once you face that, you're ready for any kind of documentation. Another part is that the nature of the work, it being so unstructured and flexible, and it differs from the very structured environment in private practices. Here, you have to face crises or any kind of situations that arise every day, and kind of be able to introduce that structure and hold it while there is chaos, and respond to crises, and be with clients where they're at. Sometimes you have to kind of chase some of the clients and find a way to engage with them, to find a way for them to be comfortable to engage with you more. And sometimes you have to hold very strong boundaries with some of the clients, because those boundaries here are more flexible. It can be a challenge to establish those for some of the young clinicians.
House is a great place to work. I came on board at Conard House just to complete my hours, and here I am 7 years later. So I think that's that's an attestment that it's. I really like the atmosphere. I really like the culture. I really like the mission, and I feel like that's a great training. And no matter what you want to do in your future career, I feel like that's a great start that gives you a lot of opportunity to develop clinical skills.
Add that also I've been working here almost 3 years now. And before that, I never imagined myself working in community mental health. I always saw myself, as probably a lot of CIS students do, envision themselves in private practice. We are kind of trained for that kind of environment. And but working here, it is very challenging. It can be overwhelming, but it's also very, very rewarding. And the amount of training you get, it will prepare you for almost any situation in your professional career in the future. And just working with this population, with people who struggled a lot in their lives, seen a lot of trauma, a lot of hardship, you meet very different people with very different histories in their lives, and you see a lot, you hear a lot, and you're exposed to all varieties of lives. and experiences, and it's very, very enriching. It really is humbling too. So I would say I'm very grateful, and I cannot imagine a more supportive environment for a beginning clinician to get that kind of experience and be ready to face any challenges in their professional lives in the future.